Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. This is Chelsea Christ Incarnate coming at you with the weekly message for what week? Hold on here. Oh! Starting December 24th, Christmas Eve. I'm interesting. I didn't know we would be getting into this topic, but here it is. I knew it was coming soon, but I am not a materialistic person. I never understood Christmas to be celebrated as it so popularly is. If people really enjoyed celebrating the Christ consciousness that Jesus tried to preach, that I tried to preach back when, people wouldn't be buying things wrapped in plastic. They would be doing acts of service for those less fortunate than them, always. But especially around that time, right? The system twisted it. I don't like it. So anyway, I know that the holidays are coming up, and I will also be doing an inspired. I'll be recording what I'm doing. I'll be recording the live meditation that I'll be doing tomorrow in LA. I'll be recording that because it's going to be focused on preparing yourselves for being in an environment that is not kind, despite its celebratory nature toward the kindest human being of all. One of them, like one of 10 big ones, you know? So anyway, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I am not religious myself. I haven't even read the Bible, but I read John the Baptist's little clip. I got halfway through Thomas Jefferson's Bible, which the man, Thomas Jefferson, I was thinking about the founding fathers, and I was like, wish, and I was thinking about how I wouldn't be queen one day. I am the key. So anyway, Thomas Jefferson Bible, where the man spent his evenings cutting and pasting out only the parts that were like a recollection of the interactions. People who knew Jesus and wrote down what he had said and what they had seen and whatnot. So like just that. And I've only gotten halfway through. I was a hardcore feminist even back then. Those who put away the wife, except for fornication, which now that I'm in a female form, I'm like, oh no, we make love under the sun. It's about the female pleasure, honey. Don't put her away, even for that. Because that deprives others of witnessing a woman getting joy. Why would we stop that? Because we stop nature. We stop the feminine form in any of her forms. Anywho, not religious, working on reading the Bible, working on acquiring a Bible just so I can read it, just so I know what the fuck I'm talking about, just so I can interpret it, you know, and be like, oh, well, here's this, and here's what was meant, and if we use different words, same notion, it creates a different idea, right? Different picture. For the week of December 24th. If you would like to support the channel, please get in line for a healing Reiki session or a card reading with me. Instructions and descriptions of the services will be down below in the information box, where you will find links to things like my PayPal for energy exchange donations. Thank you to all who contribute. Angel is doing so much better on her regular CBD. I love all of you. Never run out of gas, never run out of food. And join me on Patreon for monthly contributions in exchange for personal services on the first of every month. And join me on Facebook and Instagram for free daily card message, because I love us all. This week, I'm using the Messenger Oracle by Ravine Fallon and the Druid Craft Tarot deck by Stephanie and Philip. What's the single name gonna be? I like how people do that with couples sometimes. But anyway, the Druid Craft Tarot deck by Philip and Stephanie Cargom. Stephanie and Philip Cargom. And but the illustrations are by Will Worthington, which I believe to be, I don't know, not more important, but just as important. Ooh, I'm going to leave them as they fell and get to them in a minute. And I'm going to leave that one turned over. We just play. These are toys. I'm the conduit. a telephone ring. Take it as you will. There was something to be said. Ooh, story time, kids. There was something to be said about the Matrix. Well, because Simulacra and Simulation. Do I have that book? I think I still have that book. I haven't read it. It's a little dry. The language is like, it's hard for me to like force myself into something that my brain is just like, I don't like it. I'm sensitive. I do what my body says. But the first time I ever heard an angel's voice, a voice outside of myself, which doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen every day. I'm not like schizophrenic where it's like, but I did allow energy entities to work through my body. I did. And they were not the kindest. They were not the nicest. I chose my family, who chose those influencers, you know? The first time I ever heard a voice outside of my head, it was after a very strenuous day. I got the message that my keys were found on a church door. And I went home, smoked a bowl, sat down to meditate, and I heard it was like an amphitheater in my head. An old-time phone. And then I cannot mimic it for the life of me. I am in a feminine form. My voice goes higher. It was the deepest, boomiest voice. And phone picked up. Okay. Bueno. And as soon as the word was done, as soon as good in a different language was spoken, it's poetry right there. A motorcycle in the 3D reality. Was it though? I don't know. It sounded like it. It sounded like it was reverberating off the buildings. It was divine timing. It was like, hey, watch it, experience this, and then, because it went vroom, 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 and finally zoomed up. Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, the sound of freedom, the sound of a revving engine, which isn't really your freedom. We're not supposed to go that fast. We definitely don't appreciate it. We just made it work to our favor, which was against Mother Nature's. Let's get 2 more shuffles with this balanced deck, shall we? Balance between feminine and masculine. I found my gender, by the way. I'm a sprite. I'm neither. I am both. I just happen to have titties and a part that bleeds and a higher voice. That's it. That's it. Please have pity on me when it bleeds. Oh God, if we were in the wild, sometimes I would absolutely be bear bait because I'm bleeding. I'm like doubled over. Sometimes. Hasn't been in a while. Wonder why. Chakra healing, sacral. Okay, did I say two? Okay, well, they're done. They're done anyway. Cool. Be vigilant is the tone. The single card that had to stay over. Be vigilant. So really move forward, really push your boundaries, really step outside your comfort zone, really say yes to what would give you joy, which would feed your desires, your flame. Your desires are the root, the sacral, the solar, the lower frequencies. There is no sin as long as you behave in love and kindness, as long as you don't lash out your own pain. That's when people do that, they're talking from their healthiest chakra, which is often up here, which, you know, overactive. If the root is squeezed of everything, be vigilant. Allow, if whatever you're doing, whatever part of the process in your awakening, you know, if you're vigilantly journal writing, or if you're starting a new practice, be vigilant. If you're only just releasing worries, be vigilant. If you are working toward your goal, be vigilant. Okay? What do we have here? So, I love the way that these fell out. See, the truth is upright. This is what our egos need to know at this point. Crack your heart open to the infinite wisdoms, to the dark unknown. The backside, the lower side. It's like back here, the dark unknown. You have intelligence here. You can pick up the future here. Not here, not here. See the truth. What is the truth? Well, these came out reversed, but only in that mirror effect that I talk about from time to time. So you may not see the need. Some people out there, myself included, we all have free will, we all have choice. What may be harder for us to see, but is true in the angelic realm. They see it as absolute truth. They see it in the mirror effect. They're facing the same way. Okay? Twin flame message. That's you and your counterpart. So when you look at them, you're facing the same way. Careful how you talk about your boo. So have courage, seek the lesson, respect your boundaries, and trust in magic. So we have the power. We have everything it takes. We have the connection in our solar plexus to this matrix to affect change. Abandonment. So that phrase, some people have been emotionally abandoned and, like myself, are still hanging around people that do them a disservice. Separate yourself, right? Number 1. Number 2, abandonment. Abandon all fear. Abandon all negativity. Abandon the shadows. Turn and walk. Be the lone wolf. That's the message I am channeling at this point in time. Respect your boundaries. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If people are going to, not give you what you need, be the lone wolf. Respect your boundaries and carry them elsewhere with your body, with your physical self. Turn and walk. Turn and walk. If you're starting to feel cramped in a chakra, if you're feeling hurt and then unheard, bye. Okay, see ya, bye. A phrase that I came across just window shopping in a thrift store with Luna. Hi, Luna, baby. Mwah. Love Luna. A chosen name, a beautiful name. Trust in magic. Your actions have ripple effects. So, have the courage to not only abandon. When you abandon, you make room to walk toward, to be the lone wolf walking toward. Something that makes you feel good. All the cracks will be filled. The dark void will find everything and go like, knows everything. The dark void knows everything. It is everything. And it's the expression of everything outside of itself. It's the mirror. Your 3D reality will be much easier to maintain when you start to accept the ripple effects of the boundaries that you have the courage to really set in motion. Because then it's like, you don't have to do such hard, you're not clearing out the old house. Right now, that may be what we're doing, especially as a collective, especially as humanity on this planet. Taking a look and going, oh, I don't want that. No, clean house, too dirty, too much. And then watch what happens as a collective, as we make individual choices, as the more you do this, the stronger this energy is. Seek lesson, boundaries, courage. The more the collective lifts, the more of an effect you have in a culture that still burns acid on clitoris, that still keep multiple wives away, that still think somehow on some level the woman deserves to be punished. like taking our trash. That's punishing our mother for nothing, for giving us all the raw material to do whatever we wanted with it. That's how we have treated her. Anyway, off that soapbox. Help me. Help me by helping yourself. We have 2 messages. No. Oh, I see. So from the Druid Craft Tarot deck, what do we have? In the beginning of the week, mastery, so a sense of timing here, a trigger, something for you to draw your attention to. The universe is, and you've co-created it, the perfect atmosphere for this reflection so that you know what it is you need to work on. And you will have everything you need to do that. And then some, especially as you take the opportunity, if your ego takes a hit, journal write, dive deep, reflect, master your emotional reaction to stimuli so that your emotions don't have a certain effect on the formation of future stimuli. Great gifts. Yummy. Little nuggets, little things, little moments, things clicking together after, and they're even numbers too, so it's like 8, and then you don't even need to make this lesson, you don't need to repeat it in such a way. You don't need to repeat a certain lesson in such a way that you need the 9, where it's almost there, but some final clincher. No, you can just, got it, let's go. Right. Foundation for the future, most definitely, especially in romance with life. But it will definitely seep into partnerships. Be wary of this energy. Some of us that are very sensitive and not very centered will develop hard crushes on people, and may want to. I saw a pony, but it wasn't a pony. It was just a runner. Hi, runner. Good reflection. Getting going, right? Hitting the ground running. This foundation for the future in romance. Okay, so be wary of attaching crushes. Don't get attached to anybody or anything at the end of the week, but do feel loved. Don't try to put it outside of yourself. Give it to yourself. What do you love about yourself? Why would anyone have a crush on you? That's a lovely message. See yourself as you want to see others. Ooh. Tone. Oh. Hold, please. I turned it into a mirror message. 4 of Swords. So we have that see the truth accompanied with rest your mind. Put down the monkey mind. This is also 4 of Swords, like anything, has a certain connotation that like sticks, but it's not always the case. It's a context by context basis in the world of tarot. So there is always a different thought to be had. 4 is the spirit number. It's beyond this 3D. It's the ethereal. It's the well of infinicy. If that's a word, I made it up. I love it. So if you've been thinking thoughts, or if you want to think certain thoughts, if you want to tap into your power to co-create in such beautiful, beautiful ways, all you have to do is set down the thought you don't like and pick up the thought that you do. This may be a process, and depending on your core state, it can be a lot of work, or it can be an easy flip of the switch. I myself have had moments where I catch myself just sitting and I'm like, what does your face look like? What does it feel like right now? And with the thoughts I was thinking, it was just like I was kind of like that. That's not at ease. And I even controlled my face, flipped down the little mirror in the visor, and looked at me, and I was like, oh my God, honey, oh honey. All right, set down thoughts that might make your face droop or focus, like with that emotion of being heavy, set down heavy thoughts. However that process may take, but just pick up nicer ones. Okay. So the mirror truth that is true in an angelic realm but may be hard for egos to grasp is that we are responsible for our own thoughts. We have the responsibility of choice. That is the gift of free will. That is how we can make this world what we make of it. So if you don't like this world, don't do as I did and hate it back. I hate what's given to me. Oh my God, I'm going to punish what's given to me in my thought realm. We have the power of thought. We set things in motion. We are conduits of creative energy. To deny that on any level is blasphemy, truly. Jesus might have been a master alchemist, being able to multiply and manipulate the molecular makeup of this 3D reality. Maybe I could one day too. But we're all responsible for how connected we are into our reality. We are all responsible for what we do and for how we do it. Whee! There it is, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much for loving yourself. You know where to find me.